Brazil, or just outside it at least, in the virtual world, for the Brazilian Grand Prix and the start of this week of Contest of Speed. We're at round 20 of the championship, and it is on a knife edge, although tonight I think it could be wrapped up. But we'll get to that in a little bit. My name is Dan, I'll be your commentator this evening even. Never got that bit wrong before. Alongside me, as always, forming the other 50% of the dynamic duo that we have in this commentary box, Matt is here.
Oh, thanks, mate. That was very nice of you. Yeah.
I know, I'm on a good day.
Oh, you touched me there. It's got a tear in my eye after that. Beautiful.
Careful now, I've got a job to do.
Obviously, yes, the big elephant in the room needs to be addressed, I think, first of all.
Yes,
Sergey, he's not here.
He's not here. Unfortunately, our Russian bear is unavailable for tonight's activities. So, hang on, we've got no sound for the cars. There we go. Pause it and unpause it. That works wonders. Yes, no Sergey this evening, so Perry, should he win and get the fastest lap, I believe will secure the title this evening. I don't know if you want to do some maths and check that, because we all know how infamous my mathematics skills are. Good evening, Blades. It's nice to see you.
No, it can't be wrapped up this evening.
It cannot, so it could go to next week.
Because Perry is 2 points, so this is how the champion stands. Sergey's on 269 points, Perry's on 267. So if Perry wins and gets fast as that's 26. He'll be 24 points ahead, and with 26 available. So,
okay.
Yeah, cannot be done.
Cannot be done. He will be.
But he could have one hand on the trophy.
He could, with a second closing in. Tichy is the first man on track in his Williams, the sole Williams. Millsy's retired already. See if you can spot where that is.
Turn 4.
Turn 4?
I want to say it's turn 4. The
Down
left hand after the Sector 1 split. I can't remember.
Yeah, turn 4. That's a strange place to.
Yeah.
And Tichy's off! Caught the grass on the outside and it spat him out of the final corner. And that's ruined his lap. He'll be going in for a new set of boots. But in the meantime, I don't know who the next car across the line is going to be. I imagine it will be Stumpy in the Racing Point. It is 109.5 for him. Sygate's teammate close behind, 109.6. Thomas instantly quicker, 108.9 from him. Great effort in the Mercedes. Had some good performances actually in the second half of the season, hasn't he?
He's currently 5th in the championship, so he has I think he's overtaken Mr. P5. Isn't here this evening.
Yeah, Trace is still having internet issues. He says he should be back next week, and we can't wait to have him take up his customary place in 5th position, as always. So let's see, championship. Well, main championship contender now. Cookie fastest, 108.5. Perry coming through though on the medium tyre. Let's see what he can do. 109.4 for Perry on the medium compound. That would allow him to do the reverse strategy should he stay in the top 10. However, I would imagine that's just his banker lap and he'll go back out on the softs now with no fears.
Just having a look, last season's pole time was a 108.04. Obviously we're on a different game, so whether these guys are going to be able to hit those speeds or in fact surpass those speeds.
Who was on pole last year?
It was MP Motorsport in a session which was inter conditions, which turned out to be dry for the last run. So it was a very chaotic session last season. Race winner was now one of the Ferraris in Tier 2 and is been a strong challenge. His Matrix was our last season winner.
I remember he got wing damage early on and came back to win it.
Yep.
Very similar to his win last week actually in Tier 2.
Yes, it was.
If you haven't seen that, by the way, go and watch it. Go and watch it. YouTube.com/contest of speed. Go and find the channel and watch Tier 2 race from last week in at the USA. It's an absolute worldie.
Actually watched Tier 3 as well because we had Sergey and Perry pretty much.
Yeah, we did. In fact, all three races last week were brilliant to watch, but Tier 2 first, then Tier 3, then Tier 1.
No favouritism or bias towards Tier 2.
Well, no, we just had the better race. Tennis Freak crossed the line into P4, 109.3 on his soft tyres. We're expecting an easy one stop unless there's some rain to be thrown at the driver's way. Either softs to mediums or mediums to softs should be the way forward.
Or softs to hards, that's what the engineer likes to put you on.
Yeah, the game will suggest that for you, yeah, and then you get to lap 10 on your softs, you've only done 20 to 30% wear, and then the game says, oh wait. We can go further than that. Yes, Blaze, I like it. I like it. He says I'm a better commentator than Brundle and Crofty. I'd like to think I could challenge Crofty. Martin, on the other hand, he's a seasoned professional. I don't think I could match that. But we're a duo anyway, Matt. I'm nothing without you by my side.
That's alright, you can be compared to Crofty or Brundle, whatever you want to do. I'm not fussed. I'm just here for moral support.
Moral support. Well, we've... watching, Lewis has got himself up to P3 with a 108.9. That's a nice banker lap if that's what it is. Who's on a lap right
Jacob.
now? Sygate is on a lap. Yep, Jacob quickest.
He's back.
He is. He's back in the game, back in the racing, and he's back at the front. Hopefully him versus Perry is the race we want to see tonight.
Possibly Cookie's shown some decent pace the last couple of weeks.
He has. He's just been unfortunate on the first lap and or in qualifying, so hopefully he can make that count. Now, is this the two? Oh no, Sygate in a great position, managing to keep close behind one of the Haas cars to get himself a tow down the straight and improves his time to a 109.2.
Didn't realise we're at Monza.
Well, no, they're not all going to bunch up at the end of this, hopefully. I'm just going to go on board with Sygate, just so we can try and find out where Rocco's crash was, because it's around here somewhere. Although the yellow flags have gone, so I'd imagine the car has gone with them. All the marker board's still intact, so it's not there.
Tichy in the Williams is just about to complete a lap.
Let's jump across to him. Heads for the line. 109.4, P8 for Tichy.
It's looking very congested actually this evening.
It is. Look, I mean, look.
It's a short lap, but
yeah, and we've only got, well, 12 runners now, with Rocco and Millsy retiring.
it's a strange race this one. We had 16 runners last season, and actually, if you stayed alive, you actually got some points last season. You only had 10, possibly 9 finishers last year. So it's a race of attrition.
Certainly is. If anyone can inform us on the weather.
Mitch, sorry.
No, he's not in the Red Bull garage tonight. He has. Bearing in mind, this is a man rapidly approaching 30. Sorry, Mitch, it had to be said. He's gonna kill me tomorrow. He's got homework to do, everybody.
Oh no.
He's regressed to
He's definitely gonna kill you
homework.
tomorrow.
Oh yeah, he is. I'm not getting strategy preference. Eat the Cookie come round to start his next flying lap. Just the line, let's ride on board. Oh no, he's finished the lap. 108.5 was 1,000th of a second slower that time around, I think. Oh no, he is starting one. Let's ride on board.
Perry jumps up to second with a 108.5. That's his first soft run complete, because he went out on the mediums as his first run.
He was. Well spotted.
So all these drivers got plenty of time to do another run. We've got a little over 6 minutes left in the session. So comfortably get a run in.
It does depend on their tyre allocation though, and how many sets they've used so far. You can get away with picking the softer allocation around here and taking 4 sets of softs. The soft tyre at a push will do a half race distance if you really look after them. I mean, you're not going to be the quickest car out there at that point, but it will do them.
I mean, the window's what, 9 to 15 laps, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
Softs.
Yeah, I mean, in an ideal world, 16 is the way you want to be stopping. But
Jump into those mediums.
yeah, and then that's. But I found 14, 15 is best for tyre wear. Cookie did improve, but only by 0.08 of a second, if I'm not mistaken. Might even be less than that.
Tennis Freak improves by 0.6 of a second. That was a really good lap, and he's up into 5th place on a 108.7.
Nice lap from Tennis Freak. Let's jump down to the second racing point. Both of those guys out together again, but not close enough to give themselves or their teammates a tow. We've got Stumpy. Is he on an outlap or is he on a flyer? He's on a flyer and he's not using DRS, so DRS failure for Stumpy. That's going to cost him dearly, especially up the back straight. And he stopped to let his teammate through.
Track where there's 2 DRS zones where the straights are quite long.
It gives you a big advantage.
Brake on surprisingly at the moment down there 11th. Bit off the pace.
You say that, but he's only. Well, there you go,
No,
straight
don't
on.
worry, don't worry. He's
108.8.
improved by nearly a second.
He has.
Just saw a split.
Here comes Sargate.
Track limits shouldn't be an issue. Probably the centre S's.
Yeah, the centre S is where we're looking at now with Sargate. This is the corner that will, for qualifying, make or break your lap. If you can nail it, it will gain you 0.3 on those around you. If you cock it up, it will invalidate. So, mixture of caution and blind hope for most of it. You just got to throw it in there and hope it sticks.
I'm going to go with the latter, I think, for me.
What blind hope.
Yep, yes, just see what happens.
Let's jump across to Thomas. He's up in the first split. Other potential touch points for track limits are the exit of turn 4 and 5, which Thomas has just got through cleanly, and also the exit of this corner here, turn 7.
Such a difficult corner, I find.
So again, will invalidate if you run wide on the entry to turn 8, so you need to be careful, balance your speed through that corner. There's also one down here at the bottom of this hill, just because of the adverse camber. If you get the angle wrong, it'll kick you out onto the AstroTurf, and that will be a track warning. Thomas now powers for the line. I missed his second sector split. 108.4 puts himself to third. Great lap from the Mercedes driver.
On board with Perry's already 0.13 of a second up, so just over a tenth.
So right now that would put him into P2.
If he keeps it clean, it's going to be very touch and go. If he's going to get pole over Jacob.
Oh, he's run wide.
He's gone early though, he's still got 2 minutes left in the session, so
Yeah.
obviously we're trying to get that benchmark down.
He's still green, but he ran wide, and that's going to cost him. He needs a good exit from there. It looks good, but is it enough?
He's got enough ERS. So.
He's improved, he put himself to second,
Not enough.
but it's not enough for first. 10th down on Jacob right now, and I don't want to discount anybody, but I think the only man who can beat Jacob now is Cookie.
Especially as Thomas is now backed out of...
Well, he's just finished, so he's coming back in. Perry and Thomas are on in-laps.
Yep.
But Cookie is going out, so... we'll see what he can do. Jacob, meanwhile, is happy staying in the pits. Is he going to come out late on?
Well, if you can't come out now.
No, it's too late. Jacob's staying. He's staying put with a 108.3. Realistically, Cookie is the only man who can stop him right now. There could be an outside chance for someone else, maybe a Lewis, a Tennis Freak. He's looking quick. Cavey as well, we've seen pull out some lap times if he's on form, but I think I'm right in saying his throttle pedal broke earlier in the week, so he's now on a pad rather than a wheel. Which
Raycon's done as well, so Raycon actually in a very ominous position because he could lose 2 or 3 places to the people below him because it's only a 10th or 2 they've got to find.
Don't worry, Mitch, we'll go grey together.
So Lewis currently 1/10 up after the first sector. It's looking a very clean lap so far from Lewis.
It is. I'm on board with Cookie right now. So he's going to be the man challenging for pole. Evening, Claudio. It's nice to have you with us. Yes, Faramir, you're right. It is 36 laps in answer to Blade's question.
Lewis jumps to 5th.
Yeah.
Very tight at the top.
It is. Here comes Cookie through the final curve on that top straight. 108.3. Oh, he's close, but not close enough. 71 thousandths of a second in it. But Jacob takes it. Oh, the game's lied to us again about the timer, hasn't it?
Yep.
Great.
He's currently pretty much levelling his current qualifying effort.
Let's see if he can improve in the middle sector.
Just Titchy to go. Titchy's going to improve as long as he hasn't invalidated.
Yeah, he backed out of it, did Jacob?
Oh, he's invalidated. That is frustrating for Cookie. For Cookie? For Titchy.
Oh, it's 4/10 up as well. Yeah. Wouldn't have improved his position though. No.
No, but it just means that those, you know, you got those little gaggle of cars, haven't you?
Mhm. So Lewis now the last man.
Well, he's not on the lap, so.
Yep, he should box now, which he does. So there we have it. Jacob on his return to Tier 3 has taken pole position in the absence of Sergey. Eat the Cookie in second place, less than a 10th behind him, and then Perry in a close third as well. In fact, it's all pretty close, actually. And what is it, between first and fourth is 1.7 tenths of a second.
quarter of a second separate to the top 5. So,
Yeah. Quarter of a second for the top 5, and then it's another quarter of a second to P9 nearly. So it's pretty close. DRS is going to be a big factor for overtaking, given that all these guys are on a similar pace. So let's see how these guys get on. It's going to be, the start's going to be crucial as well. Getting through those centre S's cleanly. If it's anything like last year, we will have a major accident on the exit of there. So let's just wait and see. Hopefully.
Didn't we hear about it?
Oh well, you did. I just blocked him out.
Well, we had the invasion of the commentary booth, didn't we?
Oh yeah, he came down and raged in your. For anyone who wasn't watching last year, Matt's brother was racing in Tier 3 last year. He's now in Tier 2 with us too. And he got put into the wall on the exit of Turn 3 and exploded. I think if you go back and watch the stream actually on YouTube, you might be able to hear him scream when it happens.
It's just like it was damaging to his title aspirations.
Well, that was almost the final nail, wasn't it, for him?
For those eagle-eyed viewers so far this evening, you will notice that Forza Fredo has joined halfway through the qualifying session.
Indeed he has. Sorry for interrupting you there. I was keeping an eye for who was going to be the naughty boy.
It was Jacob.
It was Jacob.
That's surprising. Well, he hasn't raced for a while, probably.
Yeah, a bit rusty.
Oh, excuse you.
Okay, let's see who's gone for what on tyres. Everyone is on the soft tyre.
Boring! I thought someone was going to do something different. Unless it's going to rain, but it looks very clear and lovely skies in New Zealand.
Well, we'll find out. We don't have any confirmation of the weather actually in the chat. So it could happen. It's a very long race, this one. It's a short circuit, but 36 laps is a lot. Am I right in saying it's the second most laps after Monaco? Oh, after Monaco. Because Monaco's 40, isn't it?
So this is 72.
What's Austria?
Austria. I think they're the same, you know. Oh look.
Yeah.
I'm on the hump.
It sounds right. It sounds about right.
Shall we have a look?
Okay, the cars line up on the grid. Let's jump to position change ready. Here we go. 3, 4, 5 lights. Wait for the glitch. And away we go for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Jacob gets a good getaway, so does Cookie. Perry as well alongside the Renault. Around the outside into turn 1. They all look to have got through cleanly. No,
Williams is round.
Oh, Tichy's round. And oh, there's a racing point off as well. No, it's Perry. Perry's gone. Perry spun round. No damage seemingly on that Red Bull, so he should be able to catch up with the pack. But Tichy's challenging him, and
Eat the Cookie is dropped some places, I feel.
Yeah, that might be from contact with Perry. So those two were battling for position.
KV's had a good start.
He has.
4 places. Mills is up 5 places.
Yes, he's done well. Big losers, of course. Perry and Tichy down 11 and 5 respectively. Cookie as well, down 6. I thought it was a racing point originally, and Stumpy's dropped down the order. So meanwhile, let's jump up to the front. Thomas is the only man now in pursuit of the Toro Rosso. Lewis and Raidcon going at it as well for P3. I think Lewis is going to hold that position. He does through the S's.
I'll tell you what, the Jacob, Thomas and Raidcon pretty much used hot lap for the entirety of that first lap.
Cookie's had a mare into turn 1 again. He's lost a number of places. Now down to P11. Dan Hilton let him back through, so I wonder if there's some contact between those two.
I don't know, very similar to last week. Renault's having an absolute blinding qualifying and it's all going horribly wrong in the race.
But if he's not got damage, I just want to check. If he's not got damage, we know he's got the pace to get himself back up there. Meanwhile, Jacob out the front is pulled out the gap over Thomas. He's now outside of DRS range, which is going to leave the Mercedes vulnerable to attack.
Lewis looking comfortable at the moment. He's currently sitting in 3rd, whereas Raikkonen is going to be under pressure by the Ferrari.
Tennis Freak going to jump on board with Lewis through this S section, and then he will... No, he won't have DRS on Thomas, but Raikkonen will on him. Let's jump on board with the Haas. Let's see the effect of it in action. Let's look at the left hand side of your screen.
Raikkonen is going to need to be saving LRS. He's literally got none left.
That's well spotted, I hadn't seen that.
Actually, Lewis is in better shape than the rest of them at the moment, and so is Tennis Freak, who is looking particularly punchy.
Let's jump on board with the Ferrari man and watch him through this twisty infield section. Tighter to that corner than Raikkonen. Wider on exit though.
Contact between Rocco and Dan Hilton. Wheel bashing.
All seems well though, both guys carrying on, no damage. So let me jump back up to Tennis Freak, who will have DRS. But he's dropped away.
Tichy's on the mediums.
2 stop for Tichy then.
Yeah. That would be medium.
No, I don't think it will be. I think he'll go medium soft from there.
Well, we'll see how long he can keep those medium tyres alive.
Yeah, if he can get himself to lap 20, then he can go on the softs to the end.
Interesting battle in terms of the constructors, and they're quite close to each other on track. 1 point is separated between the Force Indias and the McLarens, so could be an interesting afternoon.
Could be. Sygate could do with Stumpy getting up behind to give him a hand, as KV is all over the back of that racing point. We all know what Sygate's like. He loves to attack. He'd want to be the one going up and trying to get onto the back of Tennis Freak, but right now he's going to have to defend, and you would say he's going to get overtaken by the McLaren.
I've just noticed scrolling down the leaderboard, we've got Perry is underfueled.
I spotted that earlier on, but I didn't know if it was a glitch.
No, he looks to be underfueled to me as well.
That could be interesting.
Tennis Freak eyeing up a move. Oh, Raikkonen gives him the squeeze.
KV all over the back of Sygate as well. We just saw the aftermath of that move in front. Oh, back end for KV, he's gone! That's massive!
Oh, watch out, Millsy and Cookie! Oh, Millsy's just avoided that somehow.
That's a massive accident. And we were on board for it as well. Ooh. If this isn't a safety car, I'll be amazed.
Well, it's F1 2019, so safety cars don't exist, so
It's a joke, isn't it? He's right on the racing line on the exit of a corner. That would be a safety car and double waved yellows. It's ridiculous.
Well, especially with the two cars coming through, we had Eats a Cookie and Millsy going side by side through turn 4, so
yeah.
And then both having to take avoiding action. Perry's getting the move done on Stumpy, that's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, DRS assisted. And he's up into the points, P10. I suppose Perry can race with the knowledge that if he can get himself to P5 or P4,
yep,
then he doesn't have to beat Sergey in the final race.
True.
He would be far enough ahead that all he had to do was finish one place behind him, and then he'd win. But we'll see how he manages.
He needs that gap. He needs a gap of 8 points, then he really. So he can take 25 and fastest that. He's currently 2 behind, so he needs 10 points. So yeah, he needs to finish 5th realistically.
That would take it to. Well, that would take it to the final day. If he finishes higher than 5th, well, it'll go to the final day anyway. But
it will go, yeah, but
that would make it somewhat interesting. Yeah.
Anyway, Harry's gone past Millsy and Eat a Cookie past Fredo using DRS down the start of the straight.
Then a corner cut for Cookie as well on the centre S's. He won't be the first, and he certainly won't be the last through there.
I think they've both got some kind of, they'll have some kind of front wing damage, but we don't know the limitations of that. Fredo fighting though round the outside, Eat a Cookie round the turn 4 where KV's had his accident, and he's got back through.
Yeah, that's great driving from Fredo to take his position back. Cookie needs to be careful not to get any wing damage. It's the last thing he needs at this stage in the race.
He was looking for the up and under.
He was. This is the worst phase around this track to get any wing damage because you've not. There's no range on the tyre. You can't now go to mediums to get to the end. So if you wanted to go to the end, you're forced to go to the hards. Tichy's probably going to be okay because he can pit again, and any time he makes up is a bonus. But you're stuck between a rock and a hard place strategy-wise.
I'm just going to throw it out there. At the moment, he's in P12, but Rocco is doing.
Fredo caught the grass on the outside of turn 1, and it's a squeeze through, but Cookie's going to have DRS, and this should be a simple move down to turn 4.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
He's not giving up though, is he, again?
He just seems to be getting a better run out of that corner than Cookie is at the moment.
Well, we know he's going to be running default setup, so he's going to have.
We know during that middle sector he's going to be deceptively stronger.
Yeah.
Cookie. Gaps out front, not really materialising, still hovering around that 2-second mark between some of them.
Raidcon is under pressure from Tennis Freak.
It's the closest Tennis Freak's been to him so far this race.
DRS is open, moves to the outside and gets himself through into P4. Little nudge from Raid there.
He just about got the brakes on. Perry gets the pass down with Fredo using DRS again.
And he is within range of Cookie as well, so he might have DRS again. Let's pull away. No, not quite. Cookie just pulled away. Fredo has DRS though.
Stumpy's going to go around the outside of Millsy down to turn 4. There's a Raycon's round.
Yep, Raycon's round. Watch out, guys. Everyone's through clean. Not sure if that was with Tennis Freak or Cygate, or whether he did that by himself.
There may have been some contact. Dan Hilton came in and put on the hard tyre, so gone very early.
Kos Kravitz is in the chat. He's done all the calculations for us regarding the championship. Perry needs to finish P4 or higher in order to allow him to not have to win the race in Abu Dhabi.
We're pretty much there.
Yeah, if it does go down to a draw, Sergey will win on race victories. He has 8 to Perry's 4. Redcon not looking happy right now on those soft tyres. We are getting to the point where people who are hard on their tyres will start to feel the effects. Perry is a man on a mission right now. He's reminding me of Vettel in the Red Bull in 2011, 2012? Where he got spun round at turn 4.
That was for championship, so I'm going to say it was 2012.
Kos Kravitz is on it.
Boom.
And Matrix has just made a very good point.
Yep.
Thomas is in. Let's see, what's he going for? Soft tyres for Thomas.
It lied to me again.
Thomas on the soft tyres. That's a 2-stop race for Thomas. This could be interesting.
Well.
Let's see, what's he going for? Same plan. 2-stop strategy for Cygate. Now, we said it was going to be boring, but this could be interesting. But going back to the point that Matrix made, Lewis is up there.
Sorry, the Cookie's putting pressure on Perry again. Perry's got past, but Cookie's not giving up.
We'll soon see what happens through this middle sector. Cookie appears to be quite weak through the middle sector.
He's just losing grip mid-corner, which isn't helping him, because Perry seems to have better traction at the moment.
That lighter fuel load will be helping him with that. Cookie is within DRS though, assuming they've already had the detection zone. Forgot where it was for a second. But he's in.
Fredo stays out.
Is he going to be able to stop it? Just stops that car in time. Raidcon's in behind Cookie as well.
And didn't stop it in time.
No.
5 seconds for Raidcon.
Cookie onto the hard tyres, so he's going to the end.
Between Stumpy and Thomas. Thomas is round. Oh, he saved it. He was more than certain to be round, and now he's going to go down the inside of Millsy.
And Stumpy's just ahead of him. Is he going to get them both? Down into turn 4.
Thomas,
he's done it. Great drive from Thomas. We got a helicopter shot on that as well. That's fantastic. So
all I'm going to say is I know Roland was looking for some moves for the best moments this season. I think we have seen one of the moves so far.
I think you're right.
I think it's tier 3.
I think you're right. Excuse me, Thomas. Great recovery. Did you say you held the slide as well?
Well, it looked like he made contact with Stumpy. He's held it because I expected him to spin around the other way, but he was still pointing in the right direction. And then he got past Millsy and then Stumpy. So yeah, awesome stuff. Jacobs onto the mediums, pitched from the lead.
That's early to go on to mediums, I've got to be honest.
We've got
but
a yellow flag in sector 3. It looks like Rocco may have had an incident. I'm not sure.
No damage on the Ferrari. Cookie stopped, so tucks in behind, thinks better of it. Thomas though, right on the back of Jacob. Look, this is a move he needs to get done quickly. That incident has potentially cost him a run at this, so he needs to get past that Toro Rosso. He would have done. The undercut is strong round here, just because of how far you have to take the tyres to be able to make a one-stop work. Jacob, I think, has been forced to pit early. to cover off the Mercedes, but at what cost at the end of the race? Because those tyres are going to have to do 23 laps unless he himself's on a two-stop strategy, which you never know.
Lewis is in.
Lewis is in.
So that means Perry stays out, Tennis Freak stays out again.
And
got Thomas not quite close enough on Jacob. Sorry, Danny, go on.
No, Lewis onto mediums. Fredo's in. Onto the hard tyre.
Ah, I can't look. He got on the grass. On the way up. Goes around the outside.
Side of Rocco. Oh!
Give it out, Rocco.
He's got every right to fight for the position. Both of them respecting each other.
That means Fredo gets out just in front of this battle on the hard tyres as well. So
All
lots
the
of
guys
guys going on the hards.
Yeah, which I think is a mistake from that point. The only man I think that should be on the hard tyre, or that could be on the hard tyre, is Tichy, because he had to stop so early on. The other guys, I'm not so sure. Tennis Freak is in onto the medium tyre, as they all should be now. I would expect Perry to pit this lap.
I know I'm going to be really slow here, but I've just realised how much time Lewis has lost because of that pit stop.
Has he? Has he lost? Well, don't forget he's got Stumpy and Millsy just ahead of him who haven't stopped yet.
He was a net third, and look, he's 6 seconds.
Yeah, but he still will be net third once Perry stops.
I'm saying he's lost ground in terms of...
I suppose he's caught behind the Toro Rosso, isn't he? And through the middle sector as well, the one place you can't really overtake.
Yeah, I don't really want to go on board with the Toro Rosso at the moment because it's got the rev glitch on it.
Perry's staying out.
What's this doing? Because Lewis is stuck behind Millsy. Millsy's got every right to be there. He's got Tennis Freak behind him again.
Yep.
He's going to get a double toe.
But am I right in thinking that Millsy's has given Tennis Freak a massive boost there in his charge for podium place, because now he's right on the back of Lewis?
Potentially, yeah. As Raidcon got past Forza Fredo down to turn 1. So we've got 3 guys out on softs again, so doing the 2 stops. That's Raidcon, as you can see on the screen, as Fredo dives it down the inside, Raid hangs it around the outside. Good defending, good racing. So we've got Cygate, Raidcon and Thomas doing the 2 stop.
Okay. It's interesting, so we'd expect... See, there's no gain for Raidcon by doing that, because he waited so long to stop for his second set. Like, he went to lap 12, which, if he does the same again, means he's only going to have... Oh, Dan Hilton's out! On board with Perry, sector 2. Let's see if we can spot it as we go around.
Okay, I'm going to keep an eye on the Raidcon Fredo battle.
Okay.
Raid with DRS goes to the outside again. Seems to be his move choice.
Oh, Dan Hilton's done the same as KV. Exit to turn 5.
See, I just find that a very strange place to be. I can see how they've done it. I just find it a very strange place.
It's the wall on the left hand side. You get a little bit of a tank slapper coming out of it if you click the AstroTurf, and then you don't have time to correct it because the wall's so tight to the track.
So Thomas, more importantly, crucially out front, hasn't got past Jacob.
No, he's
got to
dropped
stop
back.
Again. So unfortunately. We know Thomas has definitely got to stop again. Jacob could make those to the end.
Here goes
Very
Perry,
much do.
he's boxing now. Can he stop the car?
Perry.
Just.
He's
There
going
goes.
to come out. Would he come out?
P7 or 8, I think.
It's going to be between. Well, it's going to be between Cygate and Cookie, I think.
Well, Millsies and Stumpy are in, as is Perry, of course, because we're watching him go out.
You know what? I think I'm a genius.
That was well spotted. Oh, Perry's hit the pit wall! On the exit! I don't think there's any damage on that Red Bull.
Yeah, there is. Front left hand side. I saw a bit come off.
Oh, that. Let's see if we can get a good view of it. Yep, he's missing an end plate.
It's going to sound really harsh, but I just don't understand why he needs to. He knows Sergey's not here today. Okay, so he knows he can score a massive haul of points from where he was. So he's currently sitting in P6. He may get away with it, but he just doesn't need to take that kind of a risk, in my opinion.
No, although to be fair, it's a very easy pit lane to do it with. Because you feel like you're home free and you pin the throttle and then you think, oh no, and the wall's already in your cockpit, so. You see, if you're Perry now, do you change and go for a 2-stop and then try and get fastest lap at the end to boost your points tally, or do you just keep going?
You just think how much he's going. At the moment, because he's on fresher tyres and Cygate's on older softs, he's not losing time to the immediate people around him. But I'm thinking he's gonna have, as those tyres are gonna get older towards the end, he's gonna probably have to pit onto the softs.
See, if it's me, I would go to lap 22 or 23 and then go to softs, wing change, and just try and recover as many points as possible.
Well, at the moment that pit stop, he's going to put him about 11th. It's going to be his.
And by that point, Raidcon will have to stop again, Cygate will have to stop again, and Thomas will have to stop again. So
at the moment he's going to be what, a net P4, isn't it?
Right now, yeah.
But at the moment, but he's going to be under a lot of pressure from a Cookie because he can't get past Cygate at the moment.
Well, you say he'll be on net P4, but Thomas might. Well, Thomas will come out just behind Cookie, in between him and Raikkonen, I think, on fresh tyres, so he'd get through this group quite easily.
I see. I think Thomas will come out later. I think he's going to come out towards. I reckon that gap between Raikkonen and Fredo is going to be where he's going to come out towards. Probably closer to Fredo than Raikkonen.
So it's an interesting one because, I mean, if you. This is where you really need someone just sat there doing the maths for you, like they actually have. Because Perry right now has got to try and concentrate on driving that car to the best of his ability with damage, trying to attack Cygate, which he has done, and he's got through.
Is Cygate's gonna get the run blow straight back at him. So.
Yeah.
And Cookie's just rubbing his hands here, thinking, "Oh, if these two crash, that's it. Two little places for me." And they have done. There you go.
Perry's gone, and he's been reset to the track. And now he's going to get. Oh! Floors has just managed to dodge out of the way. Ooh. This is a nightmare race for Perry right now. He needs to stop onto. He could go softs to the end from here.
If he's got. What's he got left? If he's got a set of softs left?
That's true, he might not. It's a fair point.
He's going to have a scrub set, so that's going to be
2 or 3 laps off, so you know, he should be alright. He should be alright from here. Thomas is in for his new set of mediums.
Sygate's also in as well. Be interesting to see if the force engine has any other damage on the car. I don't think he has.
Nope, no damage.
Perry follows him.
And this will be for softs, I think, until the end. Yep, and a wing change.
He's got to get. Oh, he's going to come out behind Tichy, I think.
Yeah, but he's going to have massive pace.
Yeah, I know he's going to have massive pace, but it's just another car he's going to have to pass.
I'm just going to stay on board with him, see if he can navigate the pit exit this time.
I think he's learnt his lesson.
Ooh, back wheel clipped, but that's not the important part. Jacob, fastest lap of the race with a 1:11.1. He is.
Look at that, you see that gap, that's 12 seconds. That was down to, what? I reckon it was 4.6, I think, when they pitted. Now it's, you know, that's what, 8 seconds in about 9 or 10 laps. Right, so Raycon's in. He's just done his second stop. He's the last of the 2 stoppers.
It's been discussed in the chat about Perry resetting to the track. If he's done that manually, then yep, it is a penalty. However, if you go far enough off the track, the game will automatically do it for you.
I'm not gonna lie, the very quick reset to track, if I've ever seen that. Game.
I think the game may have done that for him, but we will investigate that just to make sure. All the guys are of course asked to record all of their race footage to be reviewed by the stewards should it be required.
So after that gyro, what it means is it's pretty much a run to the end, because everyone should be making it to the end, other than Tichy, without stopping again.
Yeah, unless Tichy's going to pull off some smarto levels of yeah, unless he's going to try some smarter level tyre saving strategies to get to the end. Sorry, I was reading the chat. It would, Ricky, if but if the game's done it itself, then there's obviously nothing Perry can do about that. If he's spun off there, hit the brakes and can't stop the car before the game puts him back on track, then there's obviously nothing he can do, so we're not going to penalise him for 109.9.
Sorry to cut you off there, Danny.
That's fine.
So, just trying to keep an eye on the championship standings, thanks to Cos Kravitz updating it, saying yes, it's going to be exactly how it was before we started. Who would have thought that 25 laps ago?
No, Ricky, because if he's trying to spin the car around, then obviously he'd be on the throttle. And what I'm saying is that if he's trying to not put himself back on track by resetting through the menu, then it's not a penalty. It's only if he's physically opened the menu, pressed reset to track, then he gets the penalty.
So, for this to work, sorry, I'm just looking at Thomas's strategy. So for this to work, Thomas needs to be in P2 to then say, yes, the 2-stop was the right way to go about it, and yes, the 2-stop does work.
Yeah, I think you're right.
He's 20 seconds, obviously, 20 seconds off that position he needs. That's pretty much the extra stop.
Jacob's in.
Now
Jacob.
I didn't expect that.
No, oh. This is interesting.
We've had a multi-21 down at Force India.
have. Jacob's just come in for a new set of softs.
Is Tennis Freak going to get in front of him? This could be important in terms of the victory. He looks like he's possibly just. I think he will do.
Tennis Freak. Cookie's out in front as well. To drag race down the.
Thomas is there.
Thomas is right behind him.
So Thomas is back in the race.
He certainly is, but look who's out front. In a world of his own, all he has to do is get to the finish. So Jacob
I'm still going to back Jacob on this one. He's got the softest compound on. It's a fresh set as well.
Yeah. Raycon's just got past Millsies. For everyone at home, he's got 10 laps to make up 6.5 seconds and get past.
Now then, penalty situation, because this is definitely where it's going to come in.
See, it's gone from being quite boring to...
Hello, this is a bit interesting.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to rule Tennis Freak out of it, because he's already got 6 seconds, and Eat the Cookies on 3 seconds. And Thomas is also on 3 seconds.
Okay.
Jacob's got 1 warning, so at the moment, all is good for the Toro Rosso now.
It is.
Which is interesting, because it's going to put, in terms of 3rd place in the championship, it's going to put Toro Rosso closer to the Mercedes.
And Mercedes in 2nd place at the minute.
No, Mercedes are currently 3rd, with Williams out in 2nd, but...
Yeah, that gap's closing all the time with the lack of Dracer, isn't it?
Yes, and Tichy's currently sitting in 12th, and he's pitting. Surprise, surprise. I think he kind of had to. 25 laps on the medium tyre is very good effort.
It's a respectable stint on those. And Jacob now past Tennis Freak. But Tennis Freak will get the DRS to come back at him to turn 4. Let's not count him out just yet.
I'll tell you what, Cookie's got a great run on them, both of them.
Yeah. And rather than Tennis Freak attacking Jacob, it's going to be him defending from Cookie. 4.5 seconds now, the gap.
Tichy's in front of them as well, so it could be interesting.
There will be a blue flag situation, and Tichy won't make it difficult for them. Good lad. See, there's a conversation in the chat about why Jacob did that. But whether he's got something to prove or...
I think because of the lead he had, if he wasn't feeling comfortable on the mediums, and if he's planned that he's got in qualifying that he's got a spare set of softs, then
yeah, I mean, I suppose
it would be the smart decision. However, if he doesn't get past him, then he's going to have a bit of egg left in his face.
It certainly is. 3.2 now is the gap, and he has 7 laps to get past. Eat the Cookie's got past Tennis Freak though for P3. He's looking at a podium. Could be a great result for him going onto those hard tyres. Perry coming in.
He just wasn't quick.
No, it's a new wing. New wing.
Oh, God. So he's about to get lapped by Lewis. Very close to being getting lapped by Lewis.
It's a disaster for Perry, isn't it?
You just felt without Sergey tonight, he didn't have anything to worry about. Just go out there, get a solid, I know, podium, P4, P5, go ahead into the last round of the championship, and then having a full-blooded battle with Sergey with the upper hand, not having to win. But
yeah. Right now,
not exactly worked out like that.
No, and I don't think he's going to be getting any points tonight at this rate. He's got to make up 35 seconds.
Unless he chucks it down with rain now.
Yeah, and we have a... what year was it when everyone went into the same wall? Kravitz. When there was only one
that was like,
wet weather tyre and everyone went into the barriers.
Wasn't that like Button and Schumacher and Webber and someone else?
2003, he's on it.
Oh, he's got 5 seconds as well for ignoring blue flags.
Is this a little bit of team play?
That's why, because I didn't realise how close Jacob was.
A little bit of team play going on from the Red Bulls here. It's naughty. It's very naughty. There will be a penalty involved for Perry, but he's outside the points right now, and Lewis is winning the race. So, I mean, you can understand it. It's not great. But it is going to make it interesting. So all the time.
Cut Jacob's time.
Yeah.
In terms of laps, how much? So that's another 5 seconds. You've got to be careful because you'll just end up getting disqualified from the session anyway.
Mm.
I know he probably doesn't, care at this point. His race is gone. But
yeah. He needs to remember his dignity.
We're going side by side into them. Raycon is on the fresher rubber out of these two. Perry's gone back past Lewis.
To give him DRS to defend.
I mean, he's not. And then he's blocked the inside line and.
I'm watching Raid and Stumpy though. Raycon up the inside.
I'm watching this one. Perry's still in front.
Raycon down the start finish straight. Gets in front of the racing point.
Oh, Perry's parked it on the apex and finally then gets out of the way.
Yeah. So it will be 4 laps that Jacob has this next time by. Perry has done his work.
It's not going to matter, I think.
Oh, Jacob goes deep though. Jacob's gone deep.
I just saw though just in that middle sector, those medium tyres on that Red Bull are crying.
But look at this, Perry's coming back at him.
We're still there down the inside. Oh, it's nearest Diddy.
Oh!
Max Verstappen all over again. I'm pretty sure it's off, God.
You have to say, Perry is flirting with the danger of disqualification, but it's working in Red Bull's favour. 3 laps the next time by.
Oh, you tell you what, he's close enough again as well.
Here we go again then. 3 laps to go. Can Lewis hold on at the front? Half a second is the gap. Perry will put Jacob under pressure. Again, he'll go down the inside this time and have a sniff at the Toro Rosso. And will compromise the exit of the Toro Rosso and challenge him again down towards turn 4.
I'll tell you what, by doing that, he's just going to see if he can get a track limit warning out of him. That's what he's trying to do.
To be that, he's just trying to waste as much time from that Toro Rosso as possible, put as much wear on those tyres And he's got back through.
Whilst we're watching this, the battle for third is going to be, that last podium position is going to be heating up.
Yeah, those guys are all closing in.
Tennis Freak's got 6 seconds. Eat the Cookie and Thomas have the same numbers there, 3 seconds each. Cookie one warning away as well.
So Thomas could leapfrog at this rate. We'll have to wait and see.
It's going to be a grandstand finish.
There's going to be a serious penalty coming Perry's way for this, but do you know, if I put my racing head on, I can't criticise him too badly.
I was going to try.
This could be it. This could be it into turn 4.
This is it. This is it. It's simply because there's no grip left in those tyres. There's nothing left. Lewis next time round is going to be a sitting duck.
He is.
Although Perry's behind Jacob, so Perry can launch one down the inside. They're both round! Eat the Cookie's there, so is Tennis Freak and Thomas.
And the Cookie's hit the back of Jacob. I don't even know what happened there.
Tennis Freak's there, Thomas is there. We got a 5-way battle to the lead.
I mean, the ending to this race is... whoa. It's controversial to say the least. I'm sure Jacob will have a lot to say when we get him in here to chat after the race.
Oh, I don't think Lewis has picked up the DRS either, but he may have enough, you never know.
Jacob will have one opportunity. Down into turn 4.
Cookie's there, Cookie's...
Cookie is lurking. Jacob is closer. This is it. This has to be it. He's got to go for it if he wants it. This is his time.
Lewis got DRS off of Perry.
And Perry now gets out of the way of the two of them. Jacob might have one more chance. There might be one more up to the start-finish line if he gets a good exit from the final corner.
So much quicker.
All he has to do is focus on his exit. That Red Bull is hurting. It's hurting so much. Lewis defends. It's going to compromise him. There's a Ferrari in the way. Rocco needs to get out of this one. We don't want another controversy. Lewis has to go round the Ferrari.
Oh, no way.
This could be...
This could be a kick, I don't know.
This could be an is that Glock moment, but I think Lewis is going to do it. Pushes for the line. And takes it on the line from Jacob, Cookie, Tennis Freak, Thomas jumping to P4. Perry will get a severe penalty for that, because you can't do what he's just done and get away with it, but he has played the team game superbly well.
And I go across the line with no fuel.
So he ran out of fuel, but he has got his teammate the win.
Stumpy goes up to 8th, so fourth engine. McLaren's going to be very close in the championship. Well, that definitely picked up, didn't it?
It did. A great watch. A great watch in the end. Full of everything we like. Controversy, overtakes, drama, twists and turns in the championship. But it's Lewis that comes out the victor on the day, Jacob in second place, and Cookie in third. If you guys want to send in your votes for driver of the day.
Lord knows, the Cookie grandstand has gone absolutely mental. Gone berserk.
The chat is in uproar. Varamir's just made a good point. If Jacob hadn't made that pit stop, he'd have got the win.
We would have done, but that's what we can ask him.
We certainly can.
He's cool-headed enough to talk to us after that last 10 or so laps.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of questions after that one.
I'm also going to throw out there, they didn't get mentioned, Millsy finished in P10 for the last point.
Great drive from Millsy. Right. There's no definitive vote for driver of the day at the minute. We've got some for Lewis, some for Jacob, some for Cookie. Let's get these guys in our podium 3. So we want... Sorry if you can hear plinking. That's just unfortunately what I have to deal with. Racer and Cookie, wasn't it? I'm going to have to search for Cookie. Let's get those 3 guys in. And have a chat with them. After what's got to be one of the most controversial finishes in Contest of Speed history. I mean, that's on a level with Austria 2004, isn't it?
Yes.
That's up there. That really is up there.
Just seen the chat, it's just exploded after what was...
Yeah, it did.
And in the end, they actually nearly cost both of them.
It did. Kravitz is correcting me. 2002 Austria. Thank you, Ted.
When Barrichello let past Michael Schumacher on the last lap.
That's the one on the line. Mm. Okay. If you guys can make sure your audio is set to be shared, and we'll dive into that race. We'll start off with Cookie, P3, your first podium in Contest of Speed.
Yep, it's not bad.
Great job from yourself. I'll be honest, I commented that I thought you'd made a mistake going on to the hard tyre when you did, but you proved me wrong. Got yourself back up onto the podium.
I don't make mistakes unless it's lap 1. 100%
Yeah, what happened?
mistakes for lap 1. I don't know. I thought I gave Perry loads of room, but his car just hit the back of mine. He spun. I went onto the grass. That was that, really.
Fair enough.
It was a bit of a weird one.
Yeah. Was it a bit of a quiet race for yourself, just getting back through the field after that? And
It was quiet, and then the last sort of like 10 laps happened, and I could have won it in the last couple laps, because I don't know what happened in front of me, but all of a sudden the 2 leaders were just crashed.
yeah.
couldn't get round Jacob in time though. Well, couldn't get round him.
Yeah, anyway, let's see. I need to check the chat for who people have voted for driver of the day. It seems to be torn at the moment, so we'll give people a little bit more chance to vote. So, congratulations on P3. Hopefully we'll see you next week in the final race of the season.
Hopefully.
Right. Now, Jacob, welcome back. How was that? Okay. can you just talk us through the end of that race, please?
Hello?
Hey.
Hi. Well, don't really know. Basically, at the start I just saw that there was just chaos behind me, and I felt like I had more pace than Racer. And me and him had actually done a practice race, like, was it yesterday? Might have been yesterday. And I did this same strategy. I did this exact same thing. And I really enjoyed it. I just had a lot of fun doing it. So I kind of wanted to do it again this time round. But however, in yesterday's session, Perry wasn't in that session. Which was the
that's a slight difference. I'd like to just put out there, and obviously I can put my feed out. Me and Perry, I don't know what, we had no communication in that race, so I did not know he was coming out of the pits at that point, and I didn't know what he was going to do. Like I said, well, I can send the footage. I had no communication. I've got KV and Fredo in my party chat. I had no communication, Perry. There was no orders between both of us to do it. I had to speak to Perry on why.
I saw Perry come out the pits and he would have been on, I don't know, 2-lap fresher soft tyres. So when he was ahead of me, I was like, alright, cool, no sweat. He's already done the fastest lap. He'll probably pull away anyway. Then I just saw him sort of lingering behind Racer, not going ahead of Racer, and then I immediately knew what he was doing. He was giving him the toe so I can get in, so I can, take full advantage of DRS when I was in the straights. Obviously it annoyed me, but at the same time I could see why he was doing it. It was quite funny from my point of view when I saw it happening. But at the same time it was slightly annoying that I didn't get the win, if I'm being honest. I was almost banking on Racer having a penalty. I was quite shocked because I'd driven clean and I just assumed that he would have got at least 3 seconds. So when I saw that, I was second when I crossed the line. What Perry'd done, it just cut me that little bit deeper. But I had a lot of fun. I started a lot of fun.
You're taking it a lot better than I would have done. I'd be livid.
yeah. To be honest, controller thrown.
Yeah, I would. Well, not a controller thrown, but
the headset would have gone.
No, there would have been. I mean, there would have been some fairly colourful insults being thrown around the party.
I don't know. I almost prefer winning, making it harder for myself rather than just driving off into the distance. And I enjoyed that. I really did enjoy that at the end.
Just you wait till next season when you're up with us lot. We won't make it easy for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, congratulations on P2. It's a great result for your first race back. Are you with us for Abu Dhabi?
I will be. I've just been on my hollybobs, and that's why I've been so absent of late. So I'll try and be a little bit more consistent with the racing week by week.
Fabulous.
Next season as well.
Yeah, hopefully. So hopefully we'll see you next week, and if not, I'll see you on track in season 4.
Look forward to it.
Yeah,
see you there.
You will. Right, Lewis.
Yes. Well, it's one part. I was happy with my own performance in my races and not getting any penalties, and driving really well. But yeah, like I said, me and Perry normally we have the party chat, but I don't know if it's from his first incident. When he had his incident, he switched off his. I couldn't hear him at all. So the things that happened when Perry came out, I can't. It's a shame, really, on my side. Jacob would have beaten me today had it not been Perry's getting involved. I've got to thank Perry for the race win. No matter how controversial it was, Jacob did have the grip with that. He had the gap. He could afford to do the 2-stop. I was surprised that he did the 2-stop because he did run the risk of him having. But like I said, he wanted to win it the hard way. But yeah, when Perry initially came out, I was like, oh yeah, he can hold him up for a while. Like, this will work out for me.
but I didn't expect to go as much as it did. But yeah, we had a bit of a coming together. But fair play to Jacob. It was only because my tyres were getting towards the end of their life, so I had to. He had not new softs, obviously. He had softs, so I had a bit more grip with my mediums. But yeah, like a part of me obviously was happy. At the time I was just happy to get P2, and then when I saw Jacob hit, I thought, well, he's going to catch me up with the tyre. He was so close to me already, and it was just one of those. Perry had a bad race, and when he came out, he came out in like perfect place for me, and definitely helped me massively with in the end. Obviously the last lap was nervy because I didn't have much tyre left, and I had to get round Rocco, which was after last week's a bit hot in my mouth, I must say. Like I was like, oh no, I had to go around the outside of him as well, so I could just see it happening. But fair play to Rocco, he did. Compared to last week, he was much better. He kept himself in one place, and yeah, it helped in terms of getting a bit more of a run. So happy to get the victory. It's not the best though scenario because, like I said, if it wasn't for that intervention, Jacob would have had the pace pass, and I wouldn't have defended heavily because I was more occupied about eat the cookies pace. I didn't want, I just wanted to hold on for P2. But how it happened, it's the way it is. I'm sorry, apologies to Jacob to have to experience that. Like I said, I didn't have any communication. There was no team orders going about to do that sort of thing.
It's very magnanimous of you. That's the sort of attitude we like to see. But I'd expect nothing less.
I bet you guys probably were thinking, "Oh my God, like what?" Because I was like, when I finished initially, I was like, "Yes, get a 1," and then I looked at the chat and I was like, "Oh no!" Like it totally looks it because obviously we normally do talk, but it was just one of those that was in that situation. It's not the best. It's not the best way to win, but it wasn't. Yeah, it's just one of those.
Yeah, ultimately a win's a win.
Yeah.
And that's what you've got to do moving forward. All helps in the championship.
Did Perry score any points today?
No, he didn't.
Does that mean Sergey can still win?
Sergey could still win either way. He's in the lead by 2 points still.
Ooh. Could Perry bottle it?
The reigning champion, could he bottle? Well, he might. Depends. He might not be able to have a chance to bottle it. You never know. After that, we'll see what people say. See what the stewards come back with.
Talk about leaving on a cliffhanger. God.
Yeah. We'll leave it there, everybody. Driver of the day was voted as Jacob, so congratulations for that. But like I say, we will leave that cliffhanger where it is. You'll have to come back next week to see what's happened to Perry. We'll make a point of doing it in our little housekeeping section at the beginning, Matt.
Lovely. I can't wait.
It's going to be fantastic. So, thank you all for joining myself and Matt for some interviews. Congratulations on your respective races. Thank you, Matt, for joining me as always. It's a pleasure to have you sat with me.
Oh, thanks, mate. Thank you.
No,
Pleasure to be with you as well.
Friends. Yeah. And thank you all at home for watching. We very much enjoy your viewership, as I hope you've enjoyed the stream. If you want to come back next week and find out what's happened to Perry after that controversial ending, the time will be 10 PM UK time on Monday for Tier 3. But if you can't wait till then and you want more Contest of Speed, and let's face it, after tonight, why would you not want more Contest of Speed? You can tune in again tomorrow night and Wednesday night for Tiers 2 and 1 respectively, again at 10 PM. So all that remains is for me to say thank you very much for watching once again. We will see you soon. Good night.